Hi all, today we are discussing about the few programs like even or add value program or else leap year program or else swap of two value or a swap of two number program, and also how the scanner keyword will be used and which and all situations we are using the scanner keyword. We are looking into this today. If you see this is a even or add value program. First of all, if any program we are executing, in the sense, first we need to think about the logic. So if I need to find out the even or a odd value, with even values we all know, like if it is divisible by 2 and then it is a even value. If it is not divisible by 2, or else if any value is a complicated value, it is not divisible by 2, like that it will be a odd value. So this is a simple logic. That logic we are converting as a code. So here we are initializing one integer value. Why we are given int data type, in the sense we need a value of number. Value is a number data type you can consider as a int. So this int value, it is a identifier. So this int value identify, like a is a value which stores the 180. So if a stores a 180, so now we need to check that a value is a even or a odd. So this a modulus by 2 is equal to 0 is a condition. It's a simple that if a value 180 divided by 2, so if the modulus is giving 0 or not. So if the final values, it will come as a 90. So again it will come 45. After that it will won't execute, like 0 only it will be there. So it is a modulus will be 0 only. So then it will be modulus by 2. Normally a divided by 2, it will come as a 45. A modulus by 2, it will come as a coefficient we are taking. That coefficient value will be 0, then only it will be even number. So this is a simple logic. Here see, in a program, the structure we need to discuss. We know the logic, like if a modulus by 2 is equal to 0, then it is even or else an odd. So now we are making a structure. Class is a default keyword. We need to keep happy. Instead of happy, whatever the identifier or whatever the variable name we can click as a class name here, as a project name or something. Public is a access keyword, and static is a keyword. This access modifier public is a access modifier, and the static is a keyword, and void is a return type, and this is the main string. So the public static void main is a default method. So wherever he can call this method. So I mentioned, instead of typing or else instead of showing the execution, why I am showing here, in the sense, for the color coordination. So if this one, see, if here red to red, this is a body inside the pot, this pot, like from here to here, this and all is a body. So first it is a body. Inside the class it is having the body. In this body, if you see here, if this green to this green, this is a inside the main method. So inside the main method, we need to give the condition, or we need to give the execute the logic part. So first class name, class, instead of class name we had a body, instead of body we had a method. So this method, first we had initialize the value of 180. So after initializing the value of a 180 in a stored the 180 value. Now we need to find out a value is even or odd. So for that we had written a condition like if value a is modulus by 2 is equal to 0, then it will execute system.output.println, and it is a even number. So if it is not divisible modulus by 2, then it will execute it is a odd number. So if we taken a divisible by 2, a modulus by 2, so it is now we have taken a 180, so it will be execute and it will show as a, it will get a result as a even number. Just think, if a value a is equal to 3, so what will be executed, which line, which system.out.println will be executed? Just think, if 3 divisible modulus by 2 is equal to 0, it is condition is a false. Then if condition will be false, then it will, if condition will be false, in the sense, obviously it will go to the yes else part. In this else part, it will come as a odd number. It will execute this value as a odd number. I guess you understand this program. So we will go to the, here we are seeing the leap year program. So class is a keyword, and happy is a identifier or variable. We can return whatever we require. Public static void main string args. This is a main method, all know. First, if we need to check the leap year, first we need a one identifier to validate that value. So we are here, we are storing as a is a identifier. This number we are giving, the data type is a number 2016 or any year. So that's why I taken as a int is a data type. So int a is equal to 2016. This 2016 value is storing a. So now if I need to compare, I don't need to compare with the 2016. Now I can store it in a, right, identifier why I need to validate with the a. So a, if the condition leap year need to validate, in the sense it need to divisible by 4, and it need to divisible by 100, and it need to divisible by 400. So if we check here, if a means 2016 modulus divide modulus by 4 is equal to 0. If 2016 modulus by 4 is equal to 0, this condition will execute. So then it will go inside this if condition. Here it will open bracket. So if inside if 2016 modulus 100 is equal to 0, if this condition also will satisfy, it will go one more inside the if condition. It's a nested if concept. If a modulus 400 is equal to 0, if this 2016 modulus 400 is equal to 0 also condition satisfied, then it will come here and it will show as a leap year. Normally for this execution it will show as a leap year only. So if assume that if here if condition modulus 2000 it's not modulus by 4 is equal to 0, it will come 1 or anything. So then it automatically will code this else part. It's not a leap year. If 8 modulus by 100 is equal to 0, if it is if it is not satisfied, it will directly go to the system.output.println, it's a leap year. Why it, in the sense it, if it divisible by 4 also leap year only, so that's why it will execute this one. So here if it is not, then we can make as a any comment here. So if inside this 400 divisible by 400, two categories it is identified and it is validated, and the third one it is not validated, so then it will show as a not a leap year. So as per this condition we had written this one. So you all know, in first we need to have a one class. So inside the class we had a one body. So inside the body we had a one main method. So this is a class, from here to end this is a body, and this from here to here, red mark to red mark, it's a method, main method. So if you see, in this method what we had given, first we had initialized one value and we are validated with that value with the logics. If it is all three will implemented or validated, this condition will execute. If two only will executed, or else here it will be failure, it will come, this will be executed. Here it will check validated. This if it is not valid executed here, it will directly come to the else part here and it will execute this one. If it is starting only, it will not execute, in a sense it will execute this one. So like this it will be there. Here if you need to observe clearly the color combination, see, if this brown is started and this brown is ended, and this blue is started and this blue is ended, and from here red to red, I make an as starting to ending, blue to blue. So I make an as a color combination. If you need, you can cleanly observe from where to where method is there. So where to where we had one condition. If you clearly will tell, see, first condition this one. Inside this one, if I started here 1.1 assume. So in the if condition, again one more if, 1.2 condition is this one. So one if condition I had given, inside that one more if condition I had given, inside that one more if condition I had given. So as per this I had given the values. So you can understand, I guess you can see color combinations and all, you get definitely will understand this one. Here swapping of two values. So if you are swapping, in the sense the first, before the structure we need to think about the logic. If a swapping we can do, if a value is A is here and B is here, if we need to swap this two value, okay, without the any adding any new constraint or anything, new variable or anything, so what we can do in the sense, we can do one thing. If A value plus B value, we can do in the sense one value will come, that we will take as a and B value is equal to B minus A is equal to B we will take, and A is equal to A minus B we will take. So in this condition, you can see this condition here. So first we will check how it will be working and all. So we had initialized one value, right? So if A value is 40, 40 plus 20 is equal to how much it will come, 60. So 60 value will be stored in a is equal to what, now it is a 60, initially it is what it is given, 40 it is given. Now what is the value in the sense, A is equal to 60. Now B is equal to A minus B. Now A minus B in the sense, it won't come, A is the 40 value, it will come as a 60. 60 minus what is the B value, 20. So what it will come in the sense, 40. So now B value what, 40 it came. Normally B value what is there, 20. So now B is swapped. Now again A need to swap. So A is equal to A minus B. A value how much? Normally here it came as a 60. So remember this one. Here first only A value changed. Second B value changed. Third again we are changing the A value. So A value second changed value is 60 and B value now changed to 40. It's not a 20. Not we are taking it won't take the 20 value. It next it executed modified 40. So it will show as a 40 here 20. So now what happened? B is equal to happened 40 by here and A is equal to 20 happened by here. So the swap it had completed the swap, right? So if A value is normally it given 40 to 20, it changed to 20 to 40. So swapping had been completed. This logic has been completed. What if you see? I will show you one more thing. This logic. So if normally this is a and this is a B value. Here what it shame 40. We had initially we had given 40. After what happened in the sense? After we executing this one A plus B, A value had been changed to 60. A value had been changed to 60. So B after executing this line, B value also changed as a 40. So after executing this line, again this A value had changed to 20. Like this, A B value had been swapped. If we can take as a one, if A is equal to one value, B is equal to one value, T is equal to or any value we had taken, so we can shift A value to T is equal to A, then B is equal to A and T B is equal to A and A is equal to T, or else B is equal to T. So now A value will be stored, T value will, if A will be stored in a one extra variable and that variable will be stored in a value and A value will be swapping again to the T value. So like that also we can do. If any variable we can take, extra variable we can take and we can swap the numbers. So now we are seeing about the scanner. Scanner, by scanner keyword we can do if any data we require. See, if anything we are, if we need to and if manually we are giving 10 or anything in a code, but random numbers we need to give, or in a we need to check with the random numbers, but after executing it will ask us like give any data, like give any name or a age or a number. So if it is showing like a pop-up like give me a name. So after that we are entering the name, after it will show as a age, after that we are entering age, after that it will show as a number. So after given the all input, if we are entering or we are running or we are compiling the program, it will give us a name and what name we had given, age what age we had given, number what age. It will scan what we had given and it will represent in a output. So by scanning a input, we can use as a scanner. First of all, we need to know if we are using the scanner keyword, this um, tag we need to give in a initial state. Import dot java dot util dot scanner. Import java dot util dot scanner. This is a must and should we need to give. Then only this files will be scanner file will be executed. The computer will understand. Okay, it had given import java dot util dot scanner, in the sense it will scan. It will this driver, like a driver, it will be there. So before that, first of all we need to give this one. After that, class normally, and class name also normally, main method also normally. Next, if we are giving this one, we had given starting how it will be scan, in the sense scanner s is equal to new scanner system dot in. Here s, instead of s, whatever we require now we can give. So this object, by this object name only we are calling is a scanner keyword. So here what here we had done, system.output.println, we requested enter a name. So first we will get a enter a name pop-up. So string name is equal to s dot next. We are giving a name as a string or a varchar. In SQL it will called as a varchar string. So a name is a character, combination of a character. So it we are giving a string, and the name is a keyword or object here. So for this object, if we need to call this enter a name, if we are entering any value, it will store in this object name. So or identifier, you can understand the identifier. S dot next, s is in the sense scan. Here enter a name. Here what and all we are giving, that will go and enter into this scan here, and it will enter into the name. So s dot next, in the sense it will, if you enter a name, in the sense next line, it will go to the next line. So after giving the this one, after giving the some input, it will go to the next line. Next it will execute at this one, system.output.println of enter age. It will ask a age, enter age. It will come as a enter age. So then again it is a age is a number. That's why we are using the int data type. After that it is age. Age is a keyword we are using. Instead of age, we can object or identifier. We can use anything what we require. So again this age value, where we are getting scanning, this scanned value we are getting from a s object, from a scanner s. So after that, next int, so it had been also collected. So next it will go to the system.output number. It will ask the number. So number is a mobile number. It is a mobile number if it is above the 9 digits, right? That's why we are using the long number is equal to s dot next long. So next number or next thing we are going. Number, as I said, it's a variable. It's what and all number you are giving, it will storing here. What and all age you are giving, it is storing in age. What and all name you are giving, it is storing in a name. So if you enter, next it will execute system.output.println. First it will come one, it will ask the name, you are given name. It will ask the age, you had given a age. And it will ask number, you had given a number. So now we are executing that, in the sense next enter we are selected, in the sense it will come as a name. What we had given a name, it will come here. Age, and what we had given a age, it will come here. Number, what we had given a number, it will come here. Like this name here, libra or something, it will come. And age 24 something, it will come. And number, mobile number, it will come, something like that. So what and all you had given a data, it will come here. So by that, like this, if you need any thing, or if you need to give any output, the same thing we can use here also. In past programs also we had given a value or 180 something like that, right? That same value we can initialize, we can, by using the scanner keyword, we can initialize the value and we can check that. So scanner keyword will be used to scan the value what we had given. So if anything we need to give in a randomly, like if you need to check the any value is a palindrome or not, that time also we will use. If any swapping the numbers, we can change the swapping a value b value. We can, here we can give as a value and b value. We enter this value. If that value we can put as a condition, a value a greater than b, or if it is not there, else part. So if a b values we are starting initialize giving, defaultly we had given. Instead of that, we can go with a scanner also. That code will be big. That's it. You need to understand the logic, how we are. So here simple logic is that scanner s is a uh, object. By s object we are calling the this one, any by s only, s dot next int, s dot next long, s dot next, we are by calling string name or age or a number, we calling the object, one object we are calling the other object, which it is stored as variable or identifier, that we are calling by the this s scanner s. Instead of that s, we can change anything. I hope you understand this video. If you like this video, in future we are coming with a new concepts, and it will be helpful for a understanding the Java and all. So please kindly share the video. If you had any doubts, just comment on a comments. Share the video and like the video. Thank you.